Welcome back to my kitchen. We are going to be doing some more tie-dye today. I have been planning this for a little while. We are not going to be tie-dyeing shirts for myself. I have enough tie-dye shirts. I don't need any more. The plan is to use up some of the dyes that I have left over from last time. And I decided, why don't I go thrifting, pick up a bunch of shirts, and then I can put them on my Etsy. So as of the time of this video being posted, these shirts are live on my Etsy shop for you guys to buy. I kind of went hog wild at the thrift store. I went a couple weeks ago and I got a bunch of shirts. Today, we're only going to be doing 4 of them. I don't have that many dyes left, so it was kind of like trying to figure out what combinations I wanted to do. A couple of repeat colors as well. So just the 4 shirts. Let's go over the shirts that I have. They all have been washed. I just pulled them out of the washer. My super aesthetic hamper. Let's see. So I have it says it's a small, it might be plus size. First I have just a V-neck with a pocket. It says it's a small. I don't know that brand. My heel, I don't know. Also has a bit of a cuff sleeve. Next, I have a crop top that is a small. I also don't know this brand, so it might be children's size. It might be just one of those itty bitty type of shirts. But it is a US small. I have that. That one had some stuff on it. I don't know what it was, but I managed to get that out. This one is a Gap size large. This one does have a stain on the collar. Right there. I did spray it with stain remover. And again, it has been washed, so unfortunately that has not come out. But this is the label. Got a little pocket, another V-neck. And then the last shirt is a 3XL. It honestly looks a little small to me for being 3XL. Another brand I don't know, Time and True. But that is our 4th shirt. For the colors that I have 1 red, 2 navy blue, 1 light blue or turquoise, not quite sure, 2 peach, a light pink, and a hot pink. So those are the colors that I have left over. And at first, I was kind of thinking something like this, having it be red and navy blue and light blue, peach and light pink, and peach and hot pink. But as I was kind of thinking about it last night, knowing I was doing this today, I didn't like how 3 of the color combinations are 2 colors that are in the same color family. So like blues, pinks. So I think what I'm going to do instead is navy blue and hot pink, light pink and peach and teal. I think that might be really cool. Since I only had 8 colors and there's 2 sets of repeats, the blue and the peach, I'm like, let's limit it to 4 shirts. I have a lot more, but let's limit it to 4 shirts just for these, just to make it a little bit easier on me and not have it be a bunch of crazy color combinations. With, this one, and this one, we'll get some variations of like a purpley kind of color because of the opposite colors mixing. So that is the plan, I think. Now, which shirt is going to get which Colors, that I don't know. I also think for the most part the shirts are just going to get like a standard twist, since there's only 4 of them. So let's just start getting these shirts prepped. Oh, I also wanted to mention, when I was grabbing these shirts, like I said, I went hog wild at the thrift store. I was not looking at fiber content for a lot of these. So this one says it's 60% cotton and 40% polyester. This actually feels really dry. I might wet these again. That might be because it's polyester. Also, the air was running while it was sitting on the floor. I don't know if because it's polyester, that's why it felt really dry or what. But right, so these shirts, they're not all 100% cotton. I did grab some shirts that are like, I think they're Fruit of the Loom brand, and those are definitely 100% cotton. The shirts, these 4 shirts are from the women's section. I did look in both the women's section and the men's section. So some of the shirts that I have, like I said, Fruit of the Loom, they're more like a unisex t-shirt. Because I actually found them the exact same t-shirts in both the women's and men's section. I also looked in the kids section and I didn't really find anything. I also didn't look that hard. There was a bunch of people at the thrift store and I don't want to be buying up every white t-shirt. Okay, so I have my 4 shirts all wrapped up. I think I'm just going to randomize which shirt gets which color. Also, I wanted to mention I am saving the bottles this time. Last time I threw the bottles away because I hadn't thought of this other idea that I have. Not this one, but I have another tie-dye idea that I want to do soon. I actually bought more dye, but not a kit like this one. It's just refill little sachets. So I need to save the bottle so that I have something to put the dyes into. So with the leftover t-shirts and whatever leftover dye I have, I will be doing more tie-dye t-shirts as well as this other tie-dye project. We are going to now start working on these. I hope these take. This shirt doesn't say what the fiber content is, but it doesn't feel like cotton. And then the crop top was had no cotton in it. It was just like spandex and polyester or whatever. So I hope the colors take for those. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Oh, I need to get baggies out because I'm not even going to bother with the plastic wrap this time. I'm just gonna put them in baggies, and I'm not gonna bother with the gloves because they're too much a hassle. think I added too much dye. This is the crop top, but it's fine. All right, so all of the shirts have been rinsed, washed, and dried. And I am going to show them to you in order of least favorite to most favorite. Now, I was talking earlier about how I know one of them had no cotton in it. I found the tag on another one, the one that didn't have a tag with the fiber content at the back of the neck. It was on the side. That one also doesn't have any cotton in it. The other two, one was 100%, one was the 60/40, and they both turned out so much better than the ones without any cotton in them. So I have learned my lesson. I now know that if it has no cotton in it, to not get it, because it's just not great. So my least favorite was the crop top. The crop top I did in the like turquoise teal color and the peach, and that turquoise is very dark. I don't know if it really came across on camera, but it's a very dark dye. And the peach is a pretty color, but it got overwhelmed by the teal. Uh, and I think it was also partially my fault because I think my ratios of water were off. If I were to do it again, I would do a lot less water in the teal so that it would at least be more concentrated but have less of it. And then more water in the peach so that that would be the standout color. There is a bit of that like tie-dye-ness in it, but it's just so muddled. We do get some of the like mixing. It's got this kind of purplish gray going on. The tag took the most dye out of anything, which is crazy because I mean, I don't know what these tags are made out of, but they're also probably just made out of plastic. But yeah, the teal really took over everything. We do have that spiral, but it's a lot of the color washed out. So like when I was rinsing it in the sink, it was just this deep teal color just coming out even before I started like squeezing it, just letting the water run over it. It was incredibly saturated. Like most of the dye I think came out of that shirt. That being said, I don't think it looks bad. It's just not my favorite because it's so much of that color came out. A lot of the peach is lost, and yeah. So that was the crop top. The next one is the other one that had no cotton in it. The fiber content, where's that tag? Was 60% polyester, 35% rayon, and 5% spandex. This one's also kind of muddled. I believe this one was the navy and hot pink. And it's fine. It lost a lot of dye as well. I know that the darker colored dyes tend to bleed a lot more than lighter ones. Having done this, this is my second time in recent years. The whites are like weirdly like not white. They all have a slight tone of like blues or pinks. A lot of like yellowish orange came out of this one, which I thought was odd. But I don't know if we can see it on camera. The texture of this material, it's like some fibers dyed and while others didn't. So it has almost like a heathered look to it, which like it doesn't look bad. Again, it's my least favorite only because it didn't dye as well as the others with cotton in them. If I were to do this one again, I probably just would have not done the shirt at all, and I would have picked a shirt that had at least some cotton in it. But yeah, so that one was the navy and oh no, this was the navy and the red. Sorry, this is the navy and the red. So I guess that's where the like kind of weird orange pinky tones are coming from. Yes, this was the red and the navy, not the hot pink. My second favorite is the navy and the hot pink one. This one was the 60% cotton, 40% polyester, and it just turned out so good. It's really vibrant and it's got great color. It also kind of looks a little heathered, ever so slightly, but for the most part, it just came out really good. The whites are pretty bright. There's some, tinting pink or blue with the whites, but they're way more bright white than the last one. And the first one had none of that. It was all dyed. Yeah, I think this one came out really good. I love how vibrant the colors are on this one. This is the navy and hot pink. My favorite is by far the light pink peach one. I don't know what happened, but there are these speckles. I think it happened on both colors. Maybe it's just the pink, but it was like concentrated bits of dye that were not mixed into the water when I shook it up, and it just created this really cool speckled effect all over the t-shirt. And even though a lot of it is white, and I would have liked a little bit more color in there, it turned out really good. There is a little bit of blue. I don't know how that happened. It probably happened during the rinsing process. So I was rinsing, as you saw, I have a 2 sink. There's 2 of them. And I was rinsing in one, and I placed the shirts that I had already rinsed into the other. And this was the first one that I rinsed, because I wanted the rinse lightest first. I probably should have done it last. So it probably got splashed with a little bit of blue from, I think, the crop top, because that's the only one I actually physically picked up higher than like just letting it sit at the bottom of the sink. And it did splash a little bit. So I think that's probably what happened. Just the slightest bit of blue on this one side, because I had it I had it like this, laying in the sink, just kind of folded over on itself, and that was probably the one section that was facing up and got dye on it. But it's so pretty. I don't know why the neckline is so stretched out. I guess because it was from whoever donated it. But yeah, it turned out really good. I wish there was more dye on the little pocket. With the other one that had a pocket, I tried to do the spiral on it, as you saw, and it looks good in terms of like having dye on the pocket, but that's not really important. I definitely plan on doing another tie-dye video with the rest of the thrifted t-shirts. I don't know when that one's going to happen, because the next tie-dye video I want to do is the project that I've been alluding to. And I don't know when that's going to be in general. It might be next week's video, just because I'm having so much fun. We'll see. These shirts are all for sale on my Etsy right now. So if you want one of them, please click the link in the description, and it will take you straight to the listing for these shirts. I think I'm going to try and put them all under the same listing. You just pick which one you want. Thank you so much for watching. If you like crochet, sewing, or any other kinds of crafts, please consider a follow. I upload every Sunday, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!